Hello everyone, LJ Young for That Ain't My Daddy. How you guys doing on this beautiful day? Today's title of the video is called No Man's Land. And this is for the people, actually I'm just going to tell you, if you've never been debt free, I'm just going to tell you, if you ever decide to, these are the feelings that may happen to you during this time. Uh, though the feelings of being debt free are wonderful, okay, they really are. It's such an amazing feeling. But once you're debt free, you will have realized that I realized that I had been living in the debt matrix for so long, without knowing, because I was just doing the same thing everybody else was doing: credit cards, mortgages, car payments, and I thought that was normal. Okay, why did I think it was normal? Because everybody was doing it. And then now that I'm debt free, uh, it makes me feel like I'm in this place of it's weird. It's weird to even describe, because you don't. I don't. I don't talk about the same things to people when I hear people's debt problems or the money problems in their life. I just want to say, hey, you're keeping yourself there, right? But you can't say that. If you want to continue to have friends, you want to continue to socialize with people, you I gotta just listen and go, oh really? Oh, okay. You can't even intervene because I can't even intervene because I don't know why I keep going back from third person to me, but I'm trying to stick with me. I cannot even intervene because they're gonna automatically believe that I'm talking like I'm better than them, or they've been doing it wrong or whatever, and people take offense to that. You know, or I'll give an example. When I say, hey, you're not a homeowner if you have a mortgage. I don't even step on that. I don't even jump in that arena anymore. I just talk about it on my videos, right? But being in this area of no man's land, I realized how I let businesses, jobs take advantage of my time. And I'll give you an example. Like most jobs, they feel as if they can call you anytime. I was a computer engineer for 20 years, and it was an on-call scenario, which I signed up for. Like 1 week out of every few months, I'll be on call for 24 hours a day. I can be called anytime, et cetera, right? But excuse me. But they would call me all the time outside of the on call, and I would accept those calls because they make you feel like, oh, you're not a team player if you do this, and you're not part of the team. And today, being debt free, I realize that has nothing to do with nothing. It's business. The team player feelings, those are feelings that has nothing to do with business. Nothing. It's like if I would have signed up for the job and they would have said, hey, by the way, we can be able to call you 24 hours a day anytime we want. I would have said, no, thank you. I don't want to work here. We can call you anytime you have a get together or anything you plan. Maybe you're on vacation and we need your help. We're going to call you. No, you can't do that. No, no, thank you. Why this is? I would have said no, thank you. And mind you, I'm not bad mouthing businesses. Businesses is business. It's nothing personal. No different than when you go shopping for the best deal. You'll go into a store and they might have it for $5 more than the other store. You're just gonna leave and say, I'll just go down the street and get it for $5 less. No different. It's the same thing. It's business, right? And so I'm in a no man's land, and I have a very few people I can talk to about this that are also debt free or manage money well. It's a whole different world. I kid you not. It's a whole different world. Now, like, here's another example. When you're caught up in, I call it the debt matrix. When you believe in credit and when you believe you can't do anything without credit, you believe you can't get a car without credit, you believe you can't get a house without credit, yada, 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 right? But none of that is true. So accepting the reality of that for me was really, really tough. But I was so excited about it. What I discovered, I wanted to share with my friends. But I noticed that when I expressed it to my friends, they would get upset. Oh, you're wrong. Who are you? You're not a financial guru and all this other stuff. And it's like, no, no, I'm not. I'm not saying that. No, I want you to see this. And it's just math. That's the worst part about it. It's sixth grade math, maybe even less. It bothers me. Anyway, I was a computer engineer, and I was so proud of my title. As a systems computer engineer, working in the cloud and all this other stuff. Right? I used to love walking around saying, "Hey, I'm a systems engineer. I make six figures," and not realizing that that meant absolutely nothing. A person's income means nothing. If somebody if somebody brags about their income, you got to take it as a grain of salt because you don't know how much debt they're in. I was making six figures, but the amount of debt I was in, including student loans and mortgages and stuff like that, it was well over my yearly salary. I was in the negative and in the red. My finances were in the red, and I didn't even. It's weird to look at it now. I didn't even know I was in the red. Why? Because I was acting just like everybody else, thinking that that was part of it. Thinking that here's another one. I thought the home I financed was an asset. I really did. I thought, hey, I got a house. It's an asset. That's not true. It wasn't true. But you know why I thought that? Because everybody around me thought the same thing. An asset is a money generating thing. Something that puts money in my pocket. That's an asset, right? A personal residence, a personal house. I'm kicking out mortgage. I'm kicking out insurance. I'm kicking out maintenance. That's money going out. That's money going. But yet I had it trapped in my mind that the house was going up in value. So I was figuring that that's my money, which I didn't realize it's not my money because it wasn't my house. And all I had to do to figure that out, stop making the mortgage payments, I would have quickly figured out that was not my house. And so I'm gonna tell you a couple things that I used to say, not realizing that I said it. Okay? People would say, I remember saying, "Oh yeah, I remember that argument coming up with somebody. There's very few people that talk to you like this because in my mind, they sounded crazy, right? They sound that's impossible. But they're telling me that it's possible. They've done it, and they're not rich, right? I would counteract the mortgage thing with, "Oh well, you never own a house because you got to pay taxes, so you're never really gonna own it, right?" Never once did I stop to think then if that's the case, if I'm never going to own it, why in the hell am I financing it? That makes no sense. 0 cents. Okay? Or when they would say, uh, "Hey, Linnell, how much debt do you have?" And I would say like things like, "Oh, you everything but the house, everything but the student loan." Like that wasn't debt. What I was really saying is, I don't plan on paying that off anytime soon. I'm gonna die with it. I had no date set in my brain that I said I was gonna pay off my student loan. I didn't say by year 2000 blah blah blah. That student loan is gonna be zero. By year blah blah blah, that house is gonna be paid for. I never said that. You know why? Because I never believed that I would pay it off. I literally believed that I would always have debt. Always. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.